You know, usually I try to give every game a fair shake. That applies to tabletop RPGs and video games. You know, when I give bad reviews, I usually still give it a fair shake to the good points of the thing, despite what people might think of my Digimon World DS reviews and my Evolution Worlds reviews. But honestly, I'm having a hard time finding good things to say about this one. This game just pisses me off to no end. And no, I'm not talking about the messy as hell launch where the servers just plain didn't work for 3 days. I'm not talking about the rubber banding issues that occasionally makes it where the game is completely unplayable. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the game when the game is actually working. And I use the term loosely. Well, let's start from the beginning. Right from the get-go, the pacing of the game is slow and plodding as hell. There's no option to speed up text scrolling, so sometimes, I can't really tell why, you can't scroll through text quickly, but other times you can. So when you really, really want to, and you have like so far outread the text scrolling speed, you're like, okay, I get the point. Hurry the fuck up and get through this freaking scene. This plain-ass, poorly written, average, overdone piece of garbage writing out of my freaking way already. It just grates on you. Everything about this game grates on you. The music is okay at first, but then you realize it's almost all the same, and will just start to drill into your psyche and just get to you. The same freaking horns bang on you all the freaking time, constantly, with no set tone to it. Oh wait, it has a set tone to it. It has one set tone to it, and that's freaking melancholy as fuck. You know, Dark Souls is not, you know, hardcore, sure, but it puts forth all these making movies where it's like action-packed and like dynamic and the rocking music, and it's like freaking hardcore on you, man. And you're gonna be having rocking combat. By rocking combat, you mean standing there and flailing wildly, while blocking does effectively nothing against a large majority of enemies. Evading puts you in a position where you can't really actually attack intuitively, making nimble, dodgy, evasive strikes counterintuitive, and having a skill system that is so far removed from the actually attacking, you get basically no feedback from the skills. In other games like World of Warcraft and City of Heroes and The Secret World, all of these MMOs, even free-to-play ones like that are from other things like Perfect World Entertainment games, like Perfect World, and other things like that, you actually feel like you're attacking something. But these skills feel like I'm twinkling at you, and I'm just swirling my sword around. The main attacks do actually feel like they're connecting, but the skills don't really feel like anything. And they don't feel like they're connected to your actual attacking mechanic. It feels like, oh, I have this thing to hit my opponents, and then I have this thing that twinkles over here. This might not be true of the mages, but the warrior characters just don't really work fluidly. It feels detached. It's not smooth. It's clunky as fuck. The entire combat system is clunky as fuck. It's like trying to be an action RPG like Vindictus and still be turn-based. It just doesn't work. Nothing in the game works. Not even the user interface works properly. And this isn't freaking server issues. This is just design. I mean, you can't even open the main menu by hitting the exit button. The exit button just cancels what you're aiming at. How, if I'm not aiming at something, the exit button, or have any open window, it should be like every MMO. An exit closes my active window or deselects, but if I have neither, it opens the main menu. But no, I have to go down to the corner of the screen, figure out that this button that looks nothing like a main menu button that no one tells me is the main menu button and click it every single time I want to exit the game. And it's just so freaking annoying. That little niddly inconsistency piled upon every other little niddly grading detail of this game. It's so freaking annoying compared to every other game out there. And the tutorials, Jesus Christ, this goes on and just grates you. They teach you about every single itty-bitty detail of the game in a most plotting walk in a straight line and talk to slowly talking people. It's like you're walking down an alley, getting told how to walk down an alley by a series of retarded people. I'm sorry. It just plods on so much. And when they there's signs everywhere. Inexplicably, there's these stone placards on pillars everywhere, breaking my immersion factor, because somebody took the time to, in this ruined hallway that's collapsing, they took the time to fashion a metal, ornate, freaking display plaque saying, "Beware of falling rocks," rather than fix the fucking falling rocks. And these are everywhere, identical looking things telling you blatant details about your surroundings, rather than something like actually telling you things about your surroundings, like a design element, or maybe a narrator setting the mood in an epic storytelling fashion, as if the narrator was telling the story of an epic adventuring hero, and narrating you in a, a new, distinct fashion that you don't see in MMOs. No, it's just freaking... It's there. It's like saying, oh, in some cases it's like, okay, I see this thing, like these falling rocks. I see that this is a decrepit passageway. I shouldn't go down there. Placard right there, blocking your way. Look, falling rocks. Oh, and guess what? That warning about falling rocks isn't where you can actually get hit by the falling rocks. It blocks your way. On the other side, in the passage that can lead this way, that leads to the area where you can get falling rocks, no sign. What's the point in warning somebody of falling rocks when when you're down in an area where you would have to climb up to the area where the falling rocks are actually falling? There's a sign. But over there in the passageway that's clear and open, leading into the area where the rocks are falling, is nothing. God! This game, it frustrates me so much. Just every single needly aspect of it just grates at me. I was interested in it. The permadeath thing appealed to me. It's like, hey, this is hardcore. It's not permanent permadeath, but I have to get back to the spawn point. It's an illusion of permadeath. And if I die too much, I will die permanently. It appealed to me. I was on board, but then all of that. And then I get into the first dungeon, finally. And then go through all of these things where the freaking nonsensical signs every 5 inches. Find a mosh pit in the dungeon of players grinding monsters. Start slapping monsters with a sword just like the rest of them. Not getting any experience for killing monsters because apparently the game doesn't work that way and you actually have to quest for experience, which I'm okay with. But I'm just looking at all of these players for 30 damn minutes grinding monsters and nobody's leveling up or getting any experience from it because I know I'm not, And so I go up these stairs with this party. I have a party member. I try exploring the dungeon, and he's just standing there in the moss pit. Try to get him to explore the dungeon. He ain't paying any fucking attention to me. Go up the stairs, try to explore the dungeon. First time I run into an actual legitimate enemy, I get my ass plastered. And I'm fighting smart. I'm blocking. I'm dodging out of the way. It still doesn't fucking matter. This thing plasters me all over the thing. It picks me up by the back of my head and proceeds to mop the floor with my front teeth. It beats my ass so hard. And I'm fighting this thing smart. I'm doing everything in my power. It's giving me visual cues of its big attacks. I'm freaking dodging out of the way. I'm beating this thing. I'm doing this. It's impossible to freaking beat this thing solo. And because occasionally it will freaking smack you. Occasionally you won't be able to dodge it, and you can't do nearly enough damage to it with your peasily ass weapons to kill it without it seriously waving around on you. And if you freaking don't get dodge one of them freaking massive attacks, it'll freaking destroy you completely. And ran out of healing items. Gonna have to go back to the store and get some more, because that freaking zombie's pushing me. I get freaking jumped randomly by freaking cockroaches. Everything trying to kill me. I complained about it not giving me a freaking a tutorial, but it gave me one. It was just freaking terrible, completely useless, and taught you nothing. This is not a game for soloers. Problem is, this game isn't conducive to finding a good party, because apparently everyone playing it right now, at the time I was playing it, is a complete idiot. I'm sorry. Nobody was doing anything or listening to anyone or doing anything, or they were standing there doing something completely pointless and unproductive for half a fucking hour, rather than exploring the dungeon. God. And I try pulling that bad enemy back so I can actually get some people to help me kill it, because clearly that's what the game wants me to do. Kill it with a group. Problem is, when it finally dies, because it's easy to kill when you have actual people supporting you, I go back up the fucking stairs just basically 12 feet. It's just like pretty much around the corner. It's respawned already. I go down one flight of stairs, basically just like take 5 steps away from it. Get it killed. Go back up the stairs. It's there again. I literally cannot go down that hallway. I suppose the difficulty is not an issue if you have friends with you that actually will do something. So if you're willing to get past the incredibly clunky system, the bad graphics, the fact that the servers still aren't working, give it about like a week or two, maybe a month, for all the issues to work out. If you've got a group of friends that want a hardcore experience and don't mind grading music and a clunky as fuck interface and a unpolished clunky combat system, and you know, like no hand holding, get in there and just do something. Grind fests where grinding isn't unintuitive, you know, and just a good beside all of that, seems to be an okayish dungeon romp if you ignore the big placards that are everywhere, breaking your immersion factor. If you can ignore everything bad about this game, which is almost everything, and have a group of friends that can help you get past this abysmal beginning, I'm sure it's good later. Because hell, it wouldn't have gotten ported from wherever it came from if it wasn't at least playable. But in my opinion, there's a hell of a lot better games out there to play. If you want a game just like this, go play Vindictus. You know, God, there's so many games that do the same thing, sans permadeath, a hell of a lot better. And the permadeath is an illusion of permadeath, because it gives you ample time to hit the respawn. You just can't die all that often, and you know what? You can buy that penalty away. Yeah. So permadeath, not really a major enough factor, even without the buying it away thing. It's really not enough of a factor to bother you, because if you're playing the game at all well, you won't die that frequently, and it will just result in your players and your groups running the fuck away in the middle of combat, and one of your friends bitching endlessly because you left him there because he wanted to stand his ground. It's just not properly engineered. Nothing about this game is properly engineered, from what I could play of it. This game is not worth giving it more of a fair shake. It's not worth trying more of. Just every single thing about this game makes me not want to play it. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling about this game before I start freaking getting really angry or depressed. Because I am getting into a really bad funk, and I might cry. Because that's just how bad this game is. This is Cheese of Ages sobbing off.